Vogue just called her podcast one of the best podcasts of 2022, and she's coming out with her album at the beginning of next year. Please put your hands together for Ashley Ray.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy to be here. I love being on stage for New Year's, okay? This is it. This is my one. I got so much to complain about. This is it. This is my one shot to get it all out before it's done. I'm so sick of these documentaries. There's too goddamn many of these documentaries, okay? There's so many documentaries, people can't even tell the difference between that and the news anymore. Okay, Hulu put out a thing about the Astroworld horror show that happened, all those people died. People got mad, they were like, how dare you make a documentary about this so soon? It wasn't a documentary, it was just a news report. It was just your local Houston affiliate with an update. Okay, I can't stand it. Okay, they make them about nothing. Do you know there was a documentary about Barney this year? Yeah, do you know there was a documentary about a man who sued Pepsi for a jet this year? Yeah, both those documentaries were 4 hours long. Yeah, the first one, you know what it's about? Hating Barney. The second one is about a man who sued Pepsi for a jet. I just summed up the whole story for you right there. He doesn't get the jet. You want to know where Netflix decides to start this story? When Leonard was born. We don't need to start there. We can at least start with when he had his first Pepsi. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And a lot of it's because these young kids, they don't know anything these days. They didn't grow up with I Love the 90s on VH1. They don't okay, they don't know anything. So they gotta remember all this stuff and learn it from TikTok and new documentaries, and it's so they can learn some new messed up truth. Okay? That's why they let Casey Anthony make a documentary this year. Yeah, on Peacock. Casey Anthony made a documentary, her first time in front of the camera since it all happened. They gave her 6 hours to tell her side of the story. And when you hear it, you walk away going, oh, I really think she did it now. It is 6 hours of her trying to convince you that her father did it, not her. And see, this is where it really gets me upset. See, this is where we're changing all this history for these younger kids, and it just upsets me because it's just like this patriarchal country to take something a woman did and try to give credit to a man. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. But no, I did have a good year this year. I fell in love. Yeah. Anyone here in love? Okay. Very cold looks up here, like, do not press us on this question. But this was an eager look over here. You're in love?
Yes.
Okay. What are your names? Andrew, Summer. Do either of you drive a car?
Yes.
Okay, you don't need to brag. It was just the one. You can just have one or multiple in your multiple cars. When you're driving around, does this ever happen? Because this for me is what love means. That I'm in the passenger seat, the person's driving. Suddenly, they have to slam on the brakes. Do they put their arm out to protect me?
Yeah.
You already had, she was already like, yep, I put my arm out. She's like, I got my man. I do it too. I do it with like giant bags of Taco Bell. I'm like, don't fall, we're making it home. Oh God. That's how I do it. I'm like, oh my God. That's what I think love is. And I just think it's beautiful because that is so stupid. It's like you're so in love, you think you can defy physics.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Like, no, you're breaking your arm, girl. Oh, I love it. That's beautiful, and that's the kind of love I found. We met on Tinder. We had a lot in common. We both had hot pictures. Their profile, super prolific. It was just the Armenian flag. I was in. On our first date, I realized he doesn't speak a lot of English, like barely any. We're making this date happen through Translator app. It's okay. I watched 90 Day Fiancé. We can make this work. I'm like, it's fine. It's not a barrier. Okay. So we're going back and forth. But then eventually he says, some English he knows. He says he knows enough to say, I respect bisexual women. Yeah, that's really nice, because I am one. So that's nice to hear, and I don't even respect most of us. So I was like, wow, good for you. And then he was also able to say, I believe the earth is flat.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, I was like, no, there's a miscommunication. I'm translating, I'm like, no. He's like, no, he pulls a YouTube video out, he's like, the earth is flat. He keeps going, it doesn't end there. He's like, I don't believe Mars is real. He's like, I don't believe Canada is real. When I'm like, well, what about people from Canada? And I've been there. He's like, no, that's a government PSYOP campaign. When you get on a plane to Canada, it actually takes you somewhere else. And that is why Americans cannot walk into Canada. And when I was like, no, you can. I've done it. You can go to Detroit. You walk back and forth all day long. You can do it. And then I looked at his biceps, and he said no. And so then I was like, no, you're right. And then he kept going from there. He said he didn't believe in global warming because it was cold the night we met. He said that he didn't believe in the California water crisis because the ocean is right there. I could not argue with him on that. I was like, you're maybe thinking outside of the box on that one. And I told my friends this, they were like, Ashley, really? Really? Can you date someone who doesn't believe in global warming? Someone who thinks the earth is flat? Really? Can you do that? It's really tough out here right now. They're like, really? And I realized I forgot to mention a detail from the first night we met, our first date. I was wearing high heels because you get one chance to see me be a slut. It's the first date, that's it, never again. I'm wearing my high heels, it's like midnight, we're in West Hollywood partying it up, and I'm like, hey, my feet are tired, I gotta go home. He goes, take your shoes off. I'm like, no, I'm not a drunk white girl. No, I know I'm very light-skinned, but that is not my culture. No, I'm not a drunk white girl. I'm not taking my shoes off in the streets of West Hollywood. And he's like, take your shoes off. I'm like, no. And then he gets down on his knees. He undoes my high heels. He picks up my high heels. And then he picks me up. And he carries me to my car.
Oh. Okay.
I only had the one car, but he took me to it. And that's when I realized I didn't need Mars to be real. Not Mars, not Canada. Those places being real have never meant anything to me. But those biceps, baby, those biceps. So I am in love. I'm really happy, thank you. It's tough. If you're in a relationship, hold on, because quarantine turned all the single people into feral monsters who don't know how to eat. I mean, it was me too. I was just locked in my apartment, smoking pot, making my own porn in The Sims 3. It's the only way to make sure it's ethical. You feel me on that one? Okay, yeah. Okay, And that's all I was doing. I didn't know how to be around people. I spent 2 years alone, and I tried to date again. And I go on this date with someone, and we had sex, and because I'm a lady, we did it at night. And afterwards, I'm getting dressed because it's go home time. It's go home time. It's when you go home, you eat frozen Pop-Tarts. You watch Grey's Anatomy. And so I'm getting ready for that. I'm putting my clothes on, and he goes, hey, wait, where are you going? You can spend the night if you want.
What?
Well, I can spend the night if I want? I haven't shared a bed with someone in 2 years. I don't know who I am in the night anymore. Okay, what if I kick now? What if I punch now? What if I use slurs? Someone in the back is looking at me like, you look like you use a slur. Okay. I went out with someone else, and this actually was a good date. I managed to find someone who was a person with a job, in a car. They drove to my house. They picked me up. They opened my car door for me. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. I get in, We start driving, first light, hands out. I'm like, oh my God, this could be love. We have a great day, end of the night, they take me home, they walk me to my porch, and they give me this like huge goodnight kiss, like just romantic, whirlwind. I felt like one of those kids in Euphoria. Just like, oh, all energy, they kissed me. And when they did that, what I did is that I went, good stuff, gang, gang. I said, good stuff. And then I never saw her. Yeah, her, you knew. You looked at my shoes. You were like, she goes both ways, just like this outfit. And you know, I don't know. I just, it's just so bad. It's so bad. Look, the worst, I thought I had someone where it was serious. We've been together 7 months. I got a little sick. I get a little cough. He's like, is there anything I can do for you? Men don't do that. Husbands don't do that for their wives. Newt Gingrich, his wife got cancer. He was like, peace, I'll see you next lifetime. Okay, he's like, I'm sick, he wants to help me, this must be love. You know, so I'm like, hey, all I'd love is just some vanilla ice cream. That's all I could really handle. That was my sexy answer. I really wanted to be like, I want 5 bags of Cheetos and some Dr. Pepper. But I was like, vanilla ice cream, my tongue on it. Sexy. And what he said to me, what this 40-year-old man said to me, what he said was, I don't have ice cream money. What does that mean? Ice cream money is something I've had since I was 12 years old. You don't have ice cream money, you're an adult, you're not a child, you didn't get your allowance. You don't have ice cream money. Now I'm sick, I'm worried about your finances. You tell me you don't have ice cream money, that means if I'm in a car with you and I'm in the passenger seat, you're driving. You gotta hit up those brakes. You're not putting your arm out for me. You don't even have ice cream money. You don't have hospital broken arm money. No, you're letting me fly through the windshield. And then you're gonna send me a Venmo request for the price to fix the windshield. That's what it means when you say you don't have ice cream money. Give it up for everyone you see tonight. I'm Ashley
Ray. Ashley Ray, everybody. I cannot wait. She's working on a dating book too, and I cannot wait to read that. Right? And if anyone was wondering, I just asked her the frozen Pop-Tart, frosted strawberry. So, like, you know what it is, right? Of course! Yeah, who said cinnamon? Okay, good. Okay, good. Bet. Good. This next comedian